On the border with Estonia, the Russians are trying to show that the Baltic states are under the sights and could be next. They have started to organize large-scale provocations according to the Telegraph. For example, a blimp was recently spotted on the Russian-Estonian border, which was initially ignored by Estonia. However, the next day, Russia escalated and painted the letter Z on the blimp associated with Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. According to the Director General of the Estonian police, Egert Belitsev, Russians organize provocations of this kind almost every week. It was intentionally made visible to everyone to say, "We are watching you," Belitsev said. According to Estonian border guards, tensions on the border with Russia have increased dramatically in recent months. Russia has intensified actions such as protests against the West, attempts to smuggle weapons parts, and jamming GPS signals. Russia has been sending waves of migrants from Asia across the border and ominous pranks with aerial devices like the one mentioned above. 2 years ago, we had 18 border incidents, and this year we had 96, Belitsev said. Narva, which sits across the Narva River from Russia, has experienced a sharp rise in border incidents in recent months. Estonian border forces have reported Russian guards removing border markers, Russian aircraft performing risky stunts, and attempts to smuggle weapons parts across the border. Located on NATO's eastern border, Estonia has become the constant target of hybrid warfare tactics employed by Russia, with the Kremlin sending in surveillance blimps on an almost weekly basis and removing Estonian border infrastructure in the dead of night. Everything that is on the other side of the border. I wouldn't use the term free world to describe that, says Egert Belitsev, Director General of the Estonian Border Force. Relations between Estonia and Russia have deteriorated amid the war in Ukraine. Estonia actively supports Ukraine, providing aid and calling for tougher sanctions against Russia. Tallinn has also increased defense spending due to threats to the Baltic region. Russia responded with anti-Estonian rhetoric, expulsion of diplomats, and suspension of transit and economic cooperation agreements. Tensions have escalated over border demarcation, the dismantling of Soviet monuments, and Estonia's support for Ukraine's accession to NATO. On August the 8th, Estonia introduced enhanced customs control at all border crossings with Russia. Narva, Luhamaa, and Koidula. The innovations are aimed at preventing sanctioned goods from entering Russia.
Social media footage showed birds on shores covered in mazut on Monday, after 3,700 tons of the heavy, low-quality oil product spilled into the Kerch Strait in the Black Sea when 2 Russian ships were seriously damaged by stormy weather. The 2 ships, the Volganeft 239 and the Volganeft 212, were transporting roughly 9,200 tons of mazut. Footage from the scene also showed a black liquid rising among the waves. Preliminary estimates say that 3,700 tons of mazut leaked into the sea, Russian state news outlet RIA Novosti reported, citing an unnamed source. The leader of Russia's nearby Krasnodar region, Governor Veniamin Kondratev, said everything was removable. "We can say with confidence that there will be no threat to the 2025 resort season," he added. An emergency rescue operation was launched Sunday after the Volganeft 212 tanker ran aground and had its bow torn away in storm conditions, Russia's Emergency Situations Ministry said. 1 sailor in the 13-man crew died, officials said. A second tanker, the Volganeft 239, was also left damaged and adrift with 14 crew members on board. It later ran aground 80 meters from shore, close to the port of Taman in Russia's Krasnodar region, from where the sailors were later rescued. Russian officials confirmed the oil spill Sunday, but said that experts were still working to assess its full impact and extent. In a statement, Greenpeace Ukraine said they will monitor the situation. The charity has had no presence in Russia since 2023, when it was designated as an undesirable organization by the Russian government. The Kerch Strait separates the Russian-occupied Crimean Peninsula from Russia and is an important global shipping route, providing passage from the Sea of Azov to the Black Sea. It has also been a key point of conflict between Russia and Ukraine after Moscow annexed the peninsula from Ukraine in 2014. In 2016, Ukraine took Moscow to the Permanent Court of Arbitration, where it accused Russia of trying to seize control of the area illegally. In 2021, Russia closed the strait for several months.
16 декабря, поселок Волна, порт. Это уже вторая на берегу, вся в мазуте. Как помочь-то вам? Помощи просит. Бедненькая.
Спасаем птицу. Выловили на Анапке. Да. На Анапке куча птиц. Кто может хотя бы по одной, выловите, спасите. Все ходят, только смотрят и снимают на телефон. Все птицы в мазуте. Вот черная вся.